The echo and the eaves. The whispering in our attic didn't start with words. It began with mimicry. A creak of the floorboard would answer my own a second later. The drip from the kitchen tap would be repeated precisely from above. My wife, Clara, called it the house's heartbeat. I called it unsettling. After our daughter Lily was born, the mimicry evolved. We'd hear her gurgles and coos echoed a moment after she made them. Clara, exhausted, said it was sweet, a ghostly playmate. I installed a baby monitor with a video feed. One sleepless night, watching the screen, I saw the mobile above Lily's crib turn. A soft, melodic tune played. Lily was sound asleep. The mobile in the room was still. The next evening, we heard a lullaby from the attic. Not the tinny music box tune from the mobile, but a human hum, slightly off-key, in a voice that was almost Clara's but colder. That's when we knew it wasn't playing. It was learning. I'm a sound engineer by trade. My world is waveforms, frequencies, and resonances. While Clara took Lily to her mother, I stayed. I set up microphones throughout the house, linking them to my studio software. I discovered the entity wasn't just repeating sounds. It was absorbing them, rebroadcasting them like a haunting tape recorder. Its presence manifested as a specific subaudible frequency, a hum at 18.5 Hz, the so-called fear frequency, known to induce dread. It wanted to learn us, to replace us. It had already mastered the house's sounds. Lily's cry was its next project. My plan wasn't to fight a ghost with salt or chance, but with physics. I created a sound loop, a dense, layered sonic collage. It contained Clara's laugh, Lily's true cry, the slam of our front door, the beep of our car locking. But beneath it all, I embedded a powerful, phase-inverted wave of the entity's own 18.5 Hz fear frequency. The principle was acoustic cancellation. My wave would meet its wave, and if calibrated perfectly, they would annihilate each other into silence. The night I executed the plan, the house was icy with anticipation. The whispering was clear now. "She's mine," it sighed from the vents in my voice. I stood in the center of the living room, a large portable speaker at my feet. I played my sound loop. For a moment, nothing. Then the house screamed. It was a physical noise, a pressure that made my ears pop. The whisper became a screech of feedback, a cacophony of every sound it had ever stolen, all jumbling together. The subaudible hum intensified, shaking the china cabinet, then wavered as my inverted wave engaged. I saw the waveform on my laptop screen, two identical frequencies, perfectly out of phase, crashing together. There was a final, deafening pop of silence, a vacuum of sound so complete it felt like the world had stopped. Then from the baby monitor on the table, a clear, real-time sound came through. Lily at her grandma, letting out a sleepy sigh. No echo, no lag. I spent the next week auditing the house with my equipment. The 18.5 Hz frequency was gone. The mimicry had ceased. The entity wasn't destroyed. Energy like that likely can't be. I believe I gave it a catastrophic case of sensory overload. I forced it to listen to itself, to the totality of its stolen identity, all at once, while systematically dismantling the resonant field that gave it shape. I didn't banish it to another realm. I gave it a paralyzing migraine and shoved it out of our wavelength. The attic is now just an attic. The only whispers are ours. Last weekend, I finished converting the space into a playroom. As I painted the walls a bright yellow, Clara handed me a cup of tea. "What did you do that night?" she asked softly. I watched Lily, now toddling, point at a sunbeam on the new floor. "I just reminded it," I said, "that this house is full. There's no room for an echo."